Gelsenkirchen, Germany. Formerly the city of 1,000 fires, the industrial heart of the Ruhr region. By December 2025, the coal mines are long gone, replaced by a quiet, gritty reality. It is the weekend of December 27th. The strange, suspended time between Christmas and New Year's Eve. The shops are shuttered. The streets are dusted with frost. Families are inside, finishing leftovers, waiting for the fireworks of Sylvester. The city is asleep, but in the district of Bure, one building is awake, the Sparkasse Bank. To the outside observer, it is a fortress of red brick and glass. Inside, it holds the life savings of thousands of families. Gold bars purchased as a hedge against inflation. Family heirlooms passed down through generations. Cash saved for weddings. The bank's security systems are state-of-the-art. Motion sensors, vibration detectors, silent alarms connected directly to the police station. It is designed to keep people out. But what happens when the intruders don't come through the doors? What happens when they decide to carve their own door? This is not a story about a robbery. This is a story about demolition. The operation begins not at the bank, but next door, an underground parking garage, dark, smelling of oil and damp concrete. It is the perfect blind spot. Surveillance footage recovered later would show a van entering the garage. It doesn't look suspicious. It looks like maintenance. But the men inside are not fixing pipes. They are unloading a war chest of heavy industrial equipment. They locate a specific door, the staff archive room. This room is the fatal flaw in the bank's architecture. It is a soft room, filled with paper files, old records, and dust. It is not alarmed like the vault, but it shares a single crucial feature with the prize, a common wall. The thieves enter the archive. They are professional. They wear dark, tactical jumpsuits, heavy boots, and balaclavas. They cover the floor with plastic sheeting. They set up lights. They are building a construction site inside the enemy's base. The wall separating the archive from the vault is reinforced concrete. It is thick, laced with steel rebar, designed to withstand sledgehammers and explosives. But the thieves have brought the one tool that concrete cannot stop, a diamond core industrial drill. This is a beast of a machine. It requires a water feed to keep the bit cool. It requires a stand bolted into the floor to handle the torque. When it activates, it doesn't scream. It grinds. A low-frequency hum that vibrates through the building's skeleton. For hours, the drill eats through the wall. Slurry, a mix of water and concrete dust, pours onto the archive floor. The thieves work in shifts. They monitor the noise. They check the street outside. They are patient. Finally, the resistance gives way. The drill bit punches through into the sterile air of the vault. They retract the bit. They drill again and again. They are connecting the holes, tracing a circle large enough for a human body. With a final push, a heavy cylinder of concrete falls onto the archive floor with a thud. The breach is open. The first thief crawls through the hole. The beam of his flashlight cuts the darkness of the vault. He is standing in a room lined floor to ceiling with metal drawers. 3,250 safe deposit boxes. This is the moment most robbers panic. They grab what they can and run. But this crew has the greatest weapon of all, time. It is Friday night. The bank won't open until Monday. They have the entire weekend. They set up an assembly line. One team pries the boxes open using hydraulic spreaders and crowbars. Another team dumps the contents into bags. We see them on the internal CCTV. They are calm, efficient. One wears bright red work gloves. Another wears neon green. They are color-coded avatars of destruction. They move with the rhythm of factory workers. Open, dump, next. Open, dump, next. They don't discriminate. They don't look for specific names, not yet. They are processing the entire room. By the time they are done, they will have breached nearly 95% of the bank's inventory. They are not stealing a fortune. They are stealing a statistic. Monday, December 29th, 4 a.m. The city is still dark. The temperature is freezing. Inside the vault, the air is thick with concrete dust. The thieves have been working for nearly 48 hours. Suddenly, a fire alarm screams to life. It wasn't a motion sensor that caught them. It was likely the dust, or perhaps the heat from their equipment, that triggered the smoke detectors. The signal flashes to the local fire brigade. The thieves don't panic. They don't run blindly. They have planned for this. They pack their final bags. They clean their tools or leave them behind, wiped of prints. They slip back through the hole, into the archive, and out to the garage. When the fire engines arrive, their sirens wailing, the firefighters expect flames. They expect to fight a blaze. They break down the doors, but there is no fire. There is only silence and the smell of wet concrete. Police join the firefighters. They follow the trail of dust. They find the archive room. They see the slurry on the floor. They see the hole, shining their flashlights through the breach. They witness the scale of the disaster. It looks like a bomb went off. Thousands of metal cassettes are torn open, crumpled like tinfoil, scattered across the floor. Papers are everywhere, wills, deeds, contracts useless to the thieves, discarded like trash. But the gold is gone. The cash is gone. The jewelry is gone. The police secure the perimeter. They call for backup. But they are chasing ghosts. The radio crackles with a report from the traffic cameras. A high-powered black Audi RS6 Avant station wagon was seen exiting the garage minutes before the alarm. It's the perfect getaway car, supercar speed, with the trunk space of a family hauler. The plates are from Hanover, stolen weeks ago. By the time the police step into the vault, that Audi is likely doing 250 kilometers per hour on the Autobahn, disappearing into the European dawn. As the news breaks, the scene outside the Sparkasse shifts from a crime scene to a tragedy. Customers begin to arrive. They stand in the cold, staring at the closed doors. There is a specific demographic here. Gelsenkirchen has a large immigrant population. Many of the customers are of Turkish or Arab descent. For these families, trust in banks is complicated. They often prefer physical assets, gold coins, jewelry, cash stored in a box rather than numbers on a screen. The police cordon holds them back. Rumors fly. Is it all gone? Did they take everything? Then comes the second blow, the insurance reality. A bank representative steps out. He explains that each safe deposit box is typically insured for a maximum of only 10,000 euros. A scream goes up from the crowd. 10,000 euros? Some of these boxes held family dowries worth 50, 100, 200,000 euros. Life savings accumulated over 40 years of labor in the coal mines and factories. The thieves stole the gold, but the fine print stole the recovery. Inside, forensic accountants are trying to do the math. It is impossible. The bank knows who rents the box, but they do not know what is inside the box. That is the point of a safe deposit box. Privacy. Initial police estimates place the loot at €30 million, $35 million. But looking at the devastation, the officers know this is a conservative guess. If just 10% of those 3,250 boxes held significant gold, the number could be double. If they held undeclared cash, the number could be triple. This wasn't just a theft. It was a massive transfer of wealth from the working class of Gelsenkirchen to the criminal underworld. And it vanished in a black Audi, leaving behind nothing but an empty concrete shell. In the days following the heist, the shock turns to suspicion. As victims file police reports listing their missing items, a disturbing pattern emerges on the detectives' spreadsheets. The thieves opened roughly 3,250 boxes, but they didn't open all of them. They skipped some. The victims begin to talk to each other. They realize that nearly all the targeted boxes belong to customers with Turkish or Arab names. This ignites a firestorm of controversy. How could the thieves know? A drill can get you through a wall. A crowbar can get you into a box. But neither of them can read a database. The accusation is loud and dangerous. Inside job. Did the thieves have a list? Did they hack the bank's servers beforehand? Or did someone holding a key card, someone who worked in that very building, sell the customer manifest to the crew? The police are under immense pressure. They set up a special commission. They scour the garage for DNA. They analyze the drill marks for tool provenance. They release the photos. The man in the red gloves, the man in the green gloves. They hope someone recognizes the walk, the build, the clothing brand. But the thieves were careful. The Audi RS6 was likely burned or chemically cleaned in a forest hours after the heist. The gloves were likely bought at a generic hardware store with cash. The leads are described as a flood, but floods are messy. They are drowning in noise but starving for signal. No arrests are made. The trail is cold before it even begins. Germany is no stranger to spectacular heists. The Green Vault in Dresden, the gold coin in Berlin. Those were attributed to the clans, large, organized family criminal networks. The Gelsenkirchen heist bears their signature. The audacity, the heavy equipment, the high-speed getaway car, the focus on gold. But the targeting of their own community, if the demographic theory is true, adds a twisted layer. Was this a tax on the community? Or was the demographic skew simply a statistical coincidence because of the neighborhood the bank serves? The police remain silent on the targeting theory. They stick to the facts. A wall was breached. A vault was emptied. A car fled. It is now weeks later. The hole in the wall has been patched with fresh concrete. The archive room is being repaired, but the trust is broken forever. For the victims, the fight is just beginning. They are hiring lawyers, forming action groups, suing the bank for negligence. They argue that a wall you can drill through in a weekend is not a wall, it is a facade. They argue that 10,000 euros insurance for a safe deposit box is a lie. Somewhere in Europe, perhaps in a villa in Marbella, or a warehouse in Berlin, the loot is being melted down. Gold bars lose their serial numbers. Diamonds are recut. The history of Gelsenkirchen's families is being erased and converted into cryptocurrency or real estate. The Gelsenkirchen heist will go down in history alongside the great robberies of the century. Not because of gunfire or hostages, but because of a drill, a weekend, and the terrifying realization that your secrets are only as safe as the concrete they are buried behind. One red glove, one green glove, and 30 million euros gone in the smoke.